There once was a man named Daniel. Daniel wasn't poor, nor was he powerless. He lived in a decent neighborhood, had a stable job, and was respected by his peers. But Daniel had a secret. He felt completely stuck in life. Every day, he woke up with a heaviness in his chest. He dreamed of starting his own business, moving to a different city, learning to paint, even just asking his boss for a raise, but he never did any of it. He told himself it wasn't the right time, that he wasn't ready, that something bad would happen if he tried. One day, Daniel had a vivid dream. In the dream, he was sitting in the middle of a large, empty room, his hands tied behind his back with a thick rope. He struggled. He screamed for help, but no one came. Hours passed, then days. People walked by the room, saw him, and shrugged. No one helped. Some even said, "Why don't you just stand up?" He yelled, "Can't you see? I'm tied up." And then something strange happened. A small child walked in. She looked at him curiously and asked, "Why are you sitting like that?" "I'm tied," Daniel said. "Can't you see the rope?" The child tilted her head. "There's no rope." Daniel laughed bitterly. "Of course there is. I've been stuck here for days." The little girl walked behind him, looked closely, and said, "There's nothing tying you down." Confused, Daniel twisted his arms. To his shock, they moved freely. He turned around, looked behind him, and there was no rope. Not even a mark. He wasn't tied at all. He never had been. He stood up, slowly at first, uncertain, and walked to the door. He stepped out. The world outside was bright. It had always been there, waiting. Daniel woke up in a cold sweat. He sat up in bed, and for the first time in years, he didn't feel trapped. That dream, it felt like a message. He realized something painful and powerful. He had never been tied down at all. The fear, the doubts, the imagined disasters, they were just that. Imagined. Invisible ropes. That morning, Daniel made a decision. He started small. He enrolled in art class. He applied for a new position at work. He reached out to people he had long lost contact with. Over time, his life changed. Not because the world around him changed, but because he stopped believing he was stuck. And here's the thing. So many of us are just like Daniel. We say we can't leave a job and a toxic relationship, start a new chapter, or follow a dream because of money, timing, fear of failure, what people will think. But in truth, most of the time, we're not actually stuck. We just think we are. The rope isn't real. And maybe, right now, you are sitting in that imaginary room, believing you can't move, that you're trapped. But I'm here to tell you, there's no rope. There's nothing actually tying you down, except the belief that you are. Moral of the story: our greatest limitations are not real. They live in our mind. When we challenge them, we realize we've had the power to move all along. If this story hit home, don't just watch and scroll. Comment below with, "The rope isn't real." Let's break those mental chains together. Like if you've ever felt stuck in life. Subscribe for more powerful stories every week to awaken your inner strength. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it today. You might be the person who helps them stand up. Until next time, this is Wisdom Tales, where one story can change your life.